Really cool and exciting news for those who own the Prime Prodigy HLP single or double stack, at least in my opinion anyway. As I've mentioned a few times before, I love my Prodigy rack, but like anything else, it's not perfect. And as you know, the Prime Prodigy features a 1:1 ratio at the high pulley and a 2:1 ratio at the low or adjustable pulley, and utilizes 20-pound weight plates throughout the stacks. So essentially, as you adjust the selector pin, you'll get weight increases of 20 pounds at the high pulley and 10 pounds at the low pulley. And one of the things that I've bitched about in some of my previous Instagram posts is the lack of a great solution for incremental adder weights to fill the gaps between. Now, I've tried everything from those rubberized adder weights you would use with a traditional weight stack. Those don't work with the Prime. Don't even fucking say it. At one point, I even taped a bunch of 2.5s together and used that, which worked okay, except I couldn't actually get a full 15 pounds or 7.5 of the 2:1. And of course, the bare steel weight stack pin works to some degree, also not perfect, but was a solution that I used until one of the homies pointed out these 5-pound plates from Weighted Out. They're 3/4 of an inch thick, they're 5.5 inches in diameter, and they have a 1-inch hole, which is perfect for the band peg on the Prime glider. Now, depending on your rack, they're either going to travel all the way up and down without interference from the shroud at all, or, as in my case, I had to loosen up the screws on the top bracket that holds the shroud in place and slip some spacers between to allow clearance, which is not a big deal at all. You can't mess it up. In fact, if you need help with that, you could always reach out to me. I'm happy to walk you through the process. Okay, so what's new? What's exciting? Well, when I bought my adder weights from Weighted Out about a year ago or so, they were closeout items, clearance stock with no intention of ever coming back for purchase. In fact, I bought the last of his stock, and he ended up having to send me one from his own personal collection because, well, I'm kind of a bitch to work with sometimes. I get that. And one of the 6 that I had ordered didn't quite meet my expectations. So with none in stock and none on the horizon, his solution was to send me one of his own. So if that's not a testament to a high level of customer service, I don't know what is. Anyway, since that time, I've had numerous Prodigy owners reach out to me to inquire about my adder weights, which, as you can see, have been custom fitted with decals from Plate Snacks to match the overall aesthetic of my predominantly Prime gym. And because I'm that type of home gym nerd. Anyway, until now, I've had to regretfully explain to everyone who inquires that, sorry, these are no longer available, which sucks. They really are the best solution. I don't know why Prime doesn't do something to solve for this, blah, blah, blah. And maybe if enough people reach out to Weighted Out, he'll make them again, etc., etc. Which brings me to the point. They're back, sorta. If you're interested, you have to get with the guys over at Weighted Out to get the specifics, but they are now offering the option to do custom orders, which would include, you guessed it, 5-pound adder plates with 1-inch holes. As it stands, you'll have to contact them directly to order, but they're working on updating their website, weighted.out.us, so that you can create custom size plates right there on the site without the agony of going through the email process. Pretty cool, right? When we spoke the other day, their best pricing was actually pretty consistent with those rubberized adder plates, which are shockingly more expensive than you'd probably think. But in order to keep the pricing as low as possible, I believe he said raw uncoated steel would be in the ballpark of roughly $80 for 3 plates or $160 for 6, which for you math whizzes comes out to about $27 per plate. And that'll give you everything you need to fill the gap in either 2.5-pound or 5-pound increments, depending on which pulley you use. And of course, I don't know anyone who might have an affiliate link with Weighted Out, therefore no discount codes or anything like that. And believe it or not, I did dig around just so I could share that info. If so, if you happen to know of any, feel free to put that in the comments. There are several discount codes for Plate Snacks. One that comes to mind immediately, I think, is Matt Pendergraph's. I believe it might be Matt 10. Otherwise, MWPig5 still saves 5% at Prime Fitness.